Hello, my name's Emily. I'm a member of the second violin section of the Philharmonia Orchestra. I hope you're staying very well in these slightly unusual times. I am fortunate enough to live in the countryside, so I've been keeping very busy doing some gardening and looking after my two children, and seem to be spending quite a lot of time thinking about eating and cooking as well. But there we go. I've been missing playing with the orchestra and seeing the lovely members, my friends there. The last concert we did was March the 15th, can you believe? It seems like a lifetime ago now, and a big Beethoven extravaganza at the festival hall. It was a wonderful concert, but when one plays second violin parts of Beethoven, particularly symphonies, it's very, very tiring. So I actually, when we were told that the concerts weren't going ahead just before the lockdown came into place, I took that opportunity to take my violin to the menders just for a bit of TLC. So I had a bit of an enforced break, which was very nice. So I believe some people have been writing in with questions that they wanted to ask various members of the orchestra, and one of them was, how do you clean your violin? So I can only tell you what I do, which is possibly not the right thing to do, I'm not sure. But the main thing to remember is to always give it a bit of a dust off when you've been playing. That's the main rule. But if the strings are a bit dirty and the violin's a bit dirty, I wouldn't recommend trying to clean the varnish yourself. Definitely take it to a professional for that. But to clean strings, when I was a child, we were always told to put a little bit of perfume on some cotton wool or something and clean the strings like that, which has the added bonus of smelling beautiful. I'm not entirely sure whether that's considered the right approach these days. And somebody in my section recommended using, just have it here, some sterets, which are pre-injection swabs that you can buy in a big packet at the chemist. Now, I don't know whether the NHS maybe need these, so maybe wait a while until all this is over. But these are excellent. But the main thing to remember, again, is to protect the varnish with a duster before you do any cleaning so that you don't mark the varnish. So that's the cleaning thing. Another question was, what age did you start playing? Both my parents are professional musicians, they're both string players, so I had a violin from a pretty young age, but I think I was a bit haphazard for many years until I started actually doing march practice. But I can tell you that my daughter started playing the violin at age 5, and I can also tell you it didn't go terribly well, so she didn't really like it very much. It's not for everybody, but she now plays the French horn, which I totally love, and leads me neatly on to answering another question, which was, if you didn't play your instrument, what would you play? And for me, it would be the French horn, which I completely love, although I might be slightly hampered because I can't get a sound out of my daughter's instrument at all. Luckily she can, she's very good. So those are a few questions. Now, another thing that people might be interested to know is what to practice. If you're making great use of your time in these enforced weeks at home, practicing your instrument, hats off to you, well done. I have been doing actually a little bit of, especially when I just got my violin back, just a little bit of slow practice, slow scales and slow bows, and just trying to focus on being relaxed and tension-free. So especially for us violinists, it's all too easy to sort of end up, we do this movement, so do the opposite, just open out and really think open across here and sort of your shoulder blades meeting in your back, and just to be really kind of grounded. And you'll be amazed if you can eliminate as much tension as you can from your playing. Your sound is so much better. So that's what I've been doing, and I've been doing a little bit of Sevcik Opus 8, which actually I hate, but is so quickly, so useful for just consolidating positions in your left hand. Another tip I would always say, rather if there's something that you find difficult when you're practicing a piece, say, I don't know, double stops or difficult passage work or difficult position, try and find a study that focuses on that particular technique and practice the study rather than on the piece, just a couple of lines, and you find very quickly that when you come back to that piece, it'll be much better and you won't have sort of banged your head against a brick wall in that beautiful music. And I've also just enjoyed playing some Bach. We've got a bit of a WhatsApp, second violin WhatsApp, but nobody's posted any violin Bach yet. It's just been piano, so we'll see. The gauntlet has been thrown down, guys, all right? So yes, I'm just going to play a very tiny bit of Bach, and quite a lot of it is quite calm and reflective and contemplative, which I think is wonderful in these times.